What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Friday, March 31st. In today's video, we're going to be covering 5 NFT collections on Polygon. Now, there are a lot of updates that we need to share with you regarding each one of these NFT collections. So conveniently, we're going to share it in this very short video. We don't want to waste any more time because it is Friday, the weekend's about to start, but you need to be informed and educated on what's going on in the Polygon ecosystem. So with that said, be sure to like up that button, subscribe to this channel, don't forget to join our Patreon page, and most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. Let's cover the very first collection. Now, this next collection is called Scurpy Town. Now, Scurpy Town is an underrated collection. Not many people really talk about it, but the way I found out about this NFT collection is because the founder happens to be one of the main people that start Twitter Spaces with many different other founders within Polygon. So the founder of this collection seems to be the coordinator for really educating people around the whole Polygon NFT ecosystem. But he also has his own NFT collection called Scurpy Town. Now, Scurpy Town, you can actually buy off the floor for around 12.5 matic tokens, which is roughly around $12 to $13 or $14. Now, there are only 14 NFTs as of right now listed on the floor, and it kind of is drastic. It goes from 12.5, and if you just go a little bit further, it's 499 matic tokens. So obviously, there are a lot of these NFTs. But if you don't want to buy any of these NFTs, you want to mint one for yourself, we can go to their website and you can actually mint one for 14 matic tokens. Now, so far, there are around 1,600 of these NFTs that have been minted out of a 20,000 supply. So obviously it hasn't minted out just yet. Now, the website actually has a whole bunch of different updates, really updating people within Polygon and across social media using the Polygon network. So this is really cool. It's really nice to see someone who is the center of attention or the center of news within Polygon. But again, I just would ignore this. And for 14 or 15 matic tokens, it's not that bad. Given like the entry point, it's literally like $12 to $15 give or take. So I think this is a great exposure, and why I think you should definitely have this on your radar. Remember, do your own research before investing. Let's talk about the second collection. That is called Alpha. Now, we did cover this collection in our last video, which I'll put a link on the upper right hand side. But when we covered this collection, it was around 70 matic tokens. Now, within the past 3 days, believe it or not, has jumped over 215 matic tokens. I've even seen it yesterday at around 243, I believe, matic tokens. So that's literally like a 2 or 3x in just a matter of days. Where can this go from here? Well, right now, these NFTs are really doing well. I will show you some sales. So there are some really limited rare one-on-one sales. Like, say for instance, there was a bat owl that was sold for around 3,200 matic tokens. We also have Owl 0, 2,500 matic tokens, Black Alpha, 2,222, and so forth, so on. So there are a lot of great steals. These people end up buying these NFTs because they're limited and rare. So that's really cool that people are buying into this. So I wouldn't sleep on this collection. I definitely think that possibly it could actually go higher. And hopefully there's going to be an airdrop pretty soon. And what is that airdrop that I'm talking about? Was simply going to be this airdrop right here. And this was announced today. Again, we don't know what the info is around this airdrop, how many of these owls you have in order to receive this. Is it one of these boxes per alpha? Or is it 2 alphas for one of these boxes? And we don't know what this is going to be, but again, there's going to be some utility behind this as well. So that's everything with an alpha. Again, we're always keeping everybody up to date. Let's talk about the third collection, and that is called Brozo. Now, Brozo is an up-and-coming collection that I think should be on everybody's radar because they're focused around art and culture, but also clothing as well. Now, their NFT has actually taken a dip. We've seen this floor price at around 70 matic tokens when there was not a reveal. And then when a reveal happened within the past 48 hours, we saw a dip from 70 to 36.99 matic tokens at the time of this recording. But again, when things are taking a dip, it's usually a great time to dollar cost average, have a little bit of exposure slowly if you really believe in the project. And if you want to find great rarities, if you go to OpenSea and make sure it's Brozo and it's actually certified by Donnie Chakras, you can go over here to see the greatest ratings, because on Magic Eden, it won't show you the rarities. It'll show you on OpenSea. Because like, say for instance, this one's ranked 7,860 out of the collection. So you can actually use this to help you guide yourself in the most rarest ones. But say for instance, I can go over here and go to most rare, which is right up here. And then you can type in status and you want to do buy now. And these will be the ones that are on sale that you can buy based on what is the rarest. So as you can see here, this one's selling for 1.6 ETH. But if you go further down, you can see one for 222 matic, so forth, so on. So that's a great way to kind of determine what is the most rare and how you can also find out the best entry price point, because you can always put in your lowest cost that you want to spend and then your maximum cost that you want to spend, and it will help narrow down that picture for you. So what is Brozo's aiming for? So if you don't know, they've actually partnered with Q.Studios. Now Q.Studios has helped a bunch of brands. They only have 201 followers, but I want to share with you something that they've kind of shared on this Twitter post, which is who have they produced items for. So if we look at Babe Social has 249,000 followers for their actually clothing line. And then we have Stussie's, same thing, around 249,000. And then another collection from the hundreds, and that is around 131,000. So again, maybe this is very early on, but the whole point of them partnering with this company is that they want to bring you the highest quality limited run luxury designer apparel. So there are a lot of people that try to look for merchandise to provide people, but this is something where they're using NFTs and they're trying to integrate it some way, some form on Polygon. So this is what they're doing. I think this is why people are either deciding if they want to ape it now or take their profits, because either they believe in the vision or not. So you have to evaluate what that's going to be like for you. Okay, so that is Brozo. What is the fourth collection? The fourth collection is called Gamebles. Now, Gamebles is actually minting right now as we speak. By the time of this recording, there's 3 hours left for Rascals. So Jelly Rascals, which are on Solana, those holders will be able to mint this for 300 matic tokens. And then there's Whitelist, VIP 1, and then 2, and then Public. But either way, all of them are going to be 300 matic tokens. Now, 30% of the supply has already been sold. Now, to me, 300 matic tokens is roughly around 1920 Solana. Now that's a really big mint price, but we've seen Carlos OMG TV, who is the founder of Jelly Rascals. He was the one that derugged the project. He brought that collection from 0.1 to 100 Solana, during its peak. And as you can see, I think what he's trying to do is with this Gambles collection, because Jelly Rascals didn't really have enough funding, imagine what would happen with Gamble holders if they had the funding, if they met their goal of 100% minted out. And I think it could do really well if Carlos decides to take his skills and levels from Jelly Rascals over to Gambles. Now, we also see that on the market floor, there are some things on sale right now. Again, it hasn't fully minted out yet, so I would probably wait for the full mint to happen, maybe wait a couple days, or maybe just decide, for yourself what's going to look like. But right now, it's still above 300 matic tokens. So will there be a dip after reveal? That's up for you to decide. Now, the last collection I want to share with you is always my favorite collection and the best collection in my point of view for great entry prices is going to be Wreck Dogs. Now, Wreck Dogs is around 42 Solana, holding above that support level. Now, 961 of these NFTs out of a 10,000 supply. So there's 2,100 owners. So there's definitely holders who see the big vision. Now, I want to share with you some other things, which is an announcement that they've made. Now, in the recent announcement, they have recently announced that there's going to be a staking mechanism for the Wreck Dogs. Now, this is going to go live in a few days. This was just announced today. And I wanted to know possibly what we could do with these tokens. Now, I did ask the team, what could we use the Wreck tokens for? Why earning these tokens? What would it do for us? They told me that you can swap your traits, not your skin traits, but the traits that you have for like sunglasses, halos, clothing, whatever it may be, you can swap them. But that's not the only thing. I didn't think that was a selling point because again, you can swap your clothes. It wouldn't affect the rarity of your NFTs, but I want to ask them something else. So this next slide is somewhat of an alpha, but also potentially what you could be interested in. Let's go ahead and share that next slide. Now, this is it right here. I asked Recti. Now, hey Recti, and Recti's a part of the team. What about using Wreck tokens to turn your PFPs into dead or mutant dogs? Is this in the cards? Now, Rox, who's also in the team, said this is planned, but not anytime soon. Don't expect this to happen within a month or so, because we just finished the mint a month ago. So within this month, we are still in the beginning stages of Wreck Dogs. And then he said, Dead Gods, which is part of the D Gods community, came out 6 months after D Gods. We will first allow holders to partially upgrade their traits, which is what we just talked about. So right now, we're going to be able to swap our traits if we need to. But keep in mind, right now, it's said by the team that there is a potential to have either a dead or mutant dog or something elevated, so that earning these tokens will do something for you other than swapping your traits. So that's the alpha for you, and that's something that I want to share with everybody within the community of rec dogs. Now, let's go ahead and conclude this. Now, I think the Polygon ecosystem is absolutely growing within NFTs. Right now, you have to choose the right projects to be a part of because you have to understand your utility. Is it hype that's just short term? Is this something that is just really showing us the beginning of a long-term bull run? Right now, there's not a lot of NFTs within Polygon, which means there's also not oversaturation. So the best projects that end up showing here really early are the ones that I'm paying attention to specifically. The ones I mentioned in this video and the last video before. So let that be a deciding factor. Please let me know down in the comments below what Polygon NFTs you're bullish on and which ones you're bearish on. Maybe some that we should look forward to in terms of the minting coming up for their launchpad. I want to hear all about it because we're here to share this with the community. So guys and girls, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like up that button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page to receive all of our alpha calls on buy and sell orders on both NFTs and cryptocurrencies. Until then, see you guys and girls next time.